Hi everyone, welcome back to Business Studies class. In last class, we have started with partnership, a form of business ownership, right? There we have seen the meaning of partnership. Along with that, we have studied the different features of partnership. I told you that if you study the features, you will understand the nature of partnership or what it is. Okay. Now, we'll start with knowing the merits and demerits of partnership form of business organization. If you remember, when we have started the concept, I told you one thing, that the demerits of sole proprietorship has given rise for the other form of ownership, that is what your partnership form. The demerits of sole proprietary, that is a limited capital, limited scope, all this has given rise for the partnership form, where the capital will be bit more compared to your partnership form, because in partnership form there will be a single person, sole owner, who has to contribute. There is no person with whom he can share his risk, no matter he don't want to share the profits, but in case of loss he needs someone to share the loss. But in sole proprietary we don't have that choice. But when we study about the partnership firms, we have that, because when I say partnership, a firm can be started with minimum 2 people. Okay, so at least you have one with whom you can share your loss, a risk. So in that way, we have seen that the demerits of sole proprietorship has given rise for the new form, that is your partnership form of business organization or ownership. But try to understand, here also we will be studying, along with the merits we will be studying the demerits. So along with the merits we will be studying demerits, and we will be weighing the importance. Okay, so try to understand that each and every concept will be having pros and cons, that is merits and demerits, advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so at this point, once again I would like to try to remind you that each concept will be having merits and demerits, but you have to weigh both, and you have to choose that particular form of organization which has more merits and the demerits if you are able to manage. You cannot find any concept without critics, that is demerits. At this point you have to remember forever. Okay, now we will see the merits and demerits of partnership firm. So here you can find a list of merits and demerits. Initially we will go with merits. So as we have seen for your sole proprietary, similarly even your partnership firm can be easily started. As I said, registration is not compulsory for your partnership firms. If you are willing, you can register under government. If you are not willing, you can function without registration. But the only thing is, the partners should enter into an agreement. They should enter into a written agreement called partnership deed. With that they can start, they can commence their business. You don't have any hard and fast rules to start your partnership firm, if at all, if you don't want to register. So we say it can be started easily, just as your sole proprietorship. As we have many members here, I mean minimum 2 members, so in future they should not raise any conflicts, hence we are getting into an agreement. Then comes a large capital. When I say large capital, it is just comparing, we compare with the sole proprietor. When we have a sole proprietor, he is a single person, so his contribution towards the capital is investment will be less. But in partnership, you have a scope of taking many as partners for your business. So they will be co-owners for your business. So all will bring capital. Okay, so it will be more compared to your sole proprietor. But also we cannot say it is too large because of some other reason, we discuss in our demerits. But as we have limit for our partnership, as I said, as per Companies Act of 2013 it is 100, but as per Miscellaneous Act it is 50. So the maximum number of partners what you can have for your business becomes 100, if at all we go with Companies Act. Then your capital will be large compared to your sole proprietary, but it cannot be huge. Okay, but here under merit, as we are studying this point, you have to remember that as the capital will be more, because the contributors, the co-owners will be more. Okay, in sole proprietorship, single person brings the capital. Here, minimum 2 people. Minimum, if at all, if you want to start a firm, a business under a partnership firm, you have to have minimum 2 members. Hence, 2 people will bring the capital. So, generally, it will be more than the single person's capital. Hence, we say it is large capital. And then combined abilities. As we know, different people will be having different abilities. Okay, their power increases, because in partnership what happens, I told you, one can bind all, that is, anyone can act for all, or all will be acting in a business. Okay, it is a partnership firm. As we have studied mutual agency, one person will be sometime binding others, and the same person will be bound by others in the organization by his partners. This we have studied under a heading called mutual agency. Here many people will be there, so each one will be having their ability. One might be good in accounts, so he will be appointed as a accounting person. He can look after all the account section of his particular firm. Okay, one might be good in purchase, so whatever you want to sell through his business, he can purchase from other companies, other industries. He is good in that, so he can do that. But compare with the sole proprietor, he is a single owner. He has to do all the work. If you want to hire people for himself, that is, if you want to appoint employees for himself, he has to pay them salaries. Because of his less capital, even he cannot hire people. So, see the risk. He cannot do everything. He cannot go with marketing, purchase, accounting, stores, everything he has to do. It becomes tough. Or else, if you want to appoint someone, he has to pay them salaries. His cost will increase. Hence, we say less managerial abilities. But see here, we study as a merit, as you have many people, at least 2 people in an organization, their abilities will contribute to your business to grow and expand. Each will be good in one or the other thing. Okay, so they contribute their abilities to the firm, hence the firm easily flourish, grows, expands. The next, quick decision making. So, we can say quick decision making can be done not so easily as sole proprietorship, but also can be done because different ideas can be given. See, we say now 2 are better than 1, we say in decision making. If you have 2 persons who contribute to your decision, different ideas. If not, what happens? For example, you alone individually want to take decision, so you will be thinking in only one way. Okay, you will be thinking only one way. You don't think in opposite way. You may not think in second way. But if you have some persons, each will be having their intellectuality, the thinking ability differs. So each will be contributing to your decision. Hence, your decisions can be made fastly. In that way it is. In that way, it is not the same point we will be studying under demerit in one way. When you have more people, you have to take consent of all, so it makes delay in decision making. This can be even demerit. That point you can see, delay in decisions, that also there. But in what way we say is quick decisions is, if you alone has to take a decision, you have to think everything. If there will be some persons who can give you some ideas, so your decisions can be made fast. See, for example, after your POC, you finish your first and second POC with good marks. Okay, now you want to go for your degree. Okay, you are unable to yet decide what you want to opt for. So one of your cousin, your parent, someone else, your friend, they have collected data for you and they have given to you. And whether it becomes easy for you to take a decision or not, because of help of your friends, your parents, your cousin. If not, what happens? It's only you who has to think in different ways. So your time taken will be more. But now you have your friends, your parents, your cousins, some of your relatives who give you some ideas. Okay, they collect the data and they get you the data. Hence, what happens? You can take the quick decisions. In that way, we say quick decision making can be made in partnership too. Okay, then comes secrecy. You might be thinking, if there will be more people, to be frank, the leakage of information will be more. But how can this secrecy can be a merit? See, what I want to say is, how you are explaining the point makes whether it's a merit or demerit. The same point we can see that lack of confidence because they are unable to maintain the secrecy. Even that we study under demerit. Just like your quick decision making. Quick decision making is possible somewhere we say, and lack of quick decision we study under demerit. Why we take under merit and demerit the same point? Because the explanation differs. In what way helps in quick decision? differs when I take it for merit. What way it lacks quick decision making as demerit differs when I explain it in a different way. Similarly, I say secrecy can be maintained in a partnership firm though there are number of people. Just think, if any secret is said to some more people, can you think that secrecy will be there for a secrecy? Yes, it can be secret, but it will be an open secret. Everyone will be knowing about that, but no one speaks out about that. It will be an open secret, we say. Everyone knows about that, but no one speaks about that. Okay, but I'm not speaking about that in that sense. What I mean to say is, as I said, partnership firm can be registered. There is no compulsion. See, when you register your partnership firm, all your books of accounts has to be shown to the government. Are you clear? All the books of accounts, like it is regarding the profit, it is regarding the sharing of profit, loss, everything, the activities of an business firm, everything should be published to government audit. Okay, as we say, there is no compulsion of registration. The partnership books, accounts of partnership, no need to be published to the government, not even to the public. See, the registered companies, even they have to publish their main accounts or accounting record to the public also. That why we will be seeing later, but try to understand here. If you register, your books of accounts has to be shown to the government. If you don't register your partnership firm, no need of showing your books of accounts to the government. In that way, secrecy can be maintained. See, when you show your books of accounts to the government, what happens? They charge you tax, income tax. Is it clear? So you might heard about black money. What is this black money? Did you see any currency with black color? It is not like that. Black currency in the sense, the money on what you have not paid the tax. Is it clear? So what happens here? When you show your books of accounts to the government, government clearly identifies what is your profit, and accordingly they charge you tax, and they collect tax from you. But you don't want to pay such tax to the government. Okay, then what happens? You should not show your books of accounts. If you show your books of accounts, government will comes to know your tax, your amount on which the taxation has to be done, and they try to recover the tax. But now you don't want to pay the tax, so what you will do generally, you don't want to show the records. There is a few people don't want to register their business. In that way, you can maintain the secrecy in partnership firm without registering the partnership firm. So the secrecy of your accounts, what profit you are earning, how much you are distributing to your partners, will be not known to anyone. In that way, secrecy can be maintained in an partnership firm. Next comes direct motivation. What is this direct motivation? Motivation in the sense, the urge which makes you to do something. The urge, what I can say, something, a particular force which makes you to do a particular work. For example, if your mother says, if you score particular marks in a particular subject, you will get this as a gift. What you will do, in order to acquire that gift, in order to take that gift from your mom, you will be working hard and you will be scoring that mark. So what motivated you? What made you to score the marks? It is the gift promised by your mother. So the urge which makes you, the desire which makes you to work, which enables you to work, is called motivation. So we say that in partnership there is direct motivation. Why? Because if you work hard, you will get profit. If you don't work hard, you have to suffer the loss. Okay, so we say direct motivation. That is, if you work hard, the profit will be distributed. If you don't work hard, you will not have that, you have to bear the loss. Then comes flexibility. If you don't register, easily you can close your partnership deed, and easily you can open the new partnership with the new partnership deed. Flexibility in the sense, you are not restricted by anyone. Your firm is not rigid. Okay, it is flexible. Okay, if the business type you want to change, immediately you change. If you want to change the period, immediately you can change, because it can be done only with the changing of your agreement, nothing else, if you don't register. Okay, then comes protection of minority interest. So try to understand here, minority in the sense, a person who want to be a partner in an in a partnership firm should be major, to be frank. Okay, he should be a major. Okay, he should be above 18 years. He should be a major. But a minor can also be admitted as a partner in a partnership firm under few circumstances. For example, father was a partner in that particular partnership firm because of something happened to him. He is unable to work in a partnership firm. Now what happens? Because of he expired. Just think that he expired. So his son can be joined as an partner in that. Okay, in the same partnership, his son will be joined, though he is a minor. He is below the age of 18, but also he will be considered as partner. But you try to remember that he will be a partner for profits alone. When there is a loss for a business, because he is a minor partner, he will not bear any loss. But when when the firm is earning profit, he enjoys the profit. He will contribute. He will be liable for the debts. But he will not receive any loss only because he is minor. In that way, a minor partner's interest, he will be protected in partnership firm. A minor can also be admitted as a partner, and his interest means his welfare is seen in the partnership firm by not sharing any loss to him. Only when you have profits, you will be giving him profit. For example, A, B, C, D, E are the partners. E is a minor partner. When there is a loss, only A, B, C, D will share the loss. E will not share because he is a minor. Until he reaches the age of majority, he will not he will not receive any losses. Once he reaches that, then again the partnership deed changes, that is agreement changes, and he will become full-fledged partner. At that time he has to bear even a loss. But when he is below 18, when he is a minor, no need for him to bear the risk. Hence we say even the welfare of minor partner will be protected in your partnership firms. So these are the merits we study. Apart from merits, we have demerits. Okay, we say limited resources. See, opposite we say large capital merits, but in demerits we say limited capital. When I say large capital, I compare with the sole proprietor and say compared to sole proprietor in partnership firms, I have large capital because here minimum 2 people and maximum 100 or 50 it can be. But opposite, when I say demerit, I say limited capital. Why? Because the number of partners will be limited. It cannot be infinite. It can be limited. As per your Companies Act of 2013, it can be 100, and as per Miscellaneous Act, it can be 50. So maximum the number of partners in your partnership firm can be, for all if you go with Companies Act, it will be 100. So your capital will be limited because your number of partners will be limited. Compared to some other form, we say joint stock company is one of another form of your form of ownership. There we have infinite. There will be no compulsion for limitation of your members. There the capital will be huge. Compared to that, I'll say that it is limited resources capital. Then comes unlimited liability. The same feature what we have seen for your sole proprietor. Here also all the partners will be liable for the firm's debt with their personal property. When firm is in loss, and if all their assets, the firm assets they have sold, but also you have a bit amount which you have to repay it, then all of them should share some of their personal property. They have to sell their personal property and they have to repay to the company's firm's debt. Okay, whenever we speak about partnership firm, we should say firm. Okay, business we can say, but we cannot say company because company we study under joint stock company. We can say firm. Okay, so the firm's debt has to be repaid by selling their personal assets. All partners has to contribute there. Hence we say it is unlimited liability, same feature as your sole proprietor's feature. Then comes mutual conflicts. Generally it arises when there will be more people with different ideology. All has power. So generally mutual conflicts will arise. Problems. Okay. Then comes uncertain life. It is uncertain life. What I said is, in partnership also, if something happens to a particular partner, if he expires, if he is not interested, if he retires from the partnership firm, retirement depends upon the age. Okay. So then what happens? Your agreement has to be cancelled. Your partnership deed. The agreement is called deed. Okay. the partnership deed has to be cancelled and new partnership deed has to be made. Okay, hence we say uncertain life. If any partner is want to move out from the partnership firm, then again you have to come out with the new partnership deed. At that time, if your investment is not enough, if your abilities are not enough, generally you have to close a partnership firm. So we have lack of continuity, the same point, uncertain life. But compared to your sole proprietor, it will be the span of your partnership firm be more. Then delay in decision. So it is also one of the opposite point. There we have merit side we have seen quick decision. Okay, demerit side we are saying delay in decision. Okay, why it is a delay in decision? It is only because more people will be there, all the partners. If all the partners are acting for all, then what happens? All the people's consent has to be taken. For example, if I have 20 partners in my partnership firm, if I want to take a decision, I have to take the consent of all. I have to consider the opinion of everyone. So it becomes difficult. See, try to do this just a small what I can say, exercise with your family members. Try to take one decision with the help of your family members. For example, if you are 5 in a family, try to collect all their decision. So if you plan something, you just imagine something and try to collect the decision from your family. Each one will be coming out with a different decision. So for everyone you have to pay respect. You have to consider their opinion. Okay, then considering all people opinion to make a single decision, it becomes very tough. So because of that, delays happen. You have to take the consideration of everything. Their opinions has to be respected. In that sense, we say there will be delay in decision making. Immediate decisions as your sole proprietor we cannot take in partnership firm, because there in sole proprietorship you don't have anyone with whom the sole proprietor has to take the consent. If he is willing, he can go with. If he is not willing, he can drop. Anyways he can take a decision, but that does not happen in your partnership firm because of involvement of more people as partners. Next point, we say lack of public confidence. So opposite we can say secrecy can be maintained because registration is not compulsory, no need to show your books of accounts to the government, hence secrecy can be maintained. But see here as a demerit, lack of public confidence. That is, if you are doing a business, people may not believe your business and they don't want to be the partners of your business. Why? Because you are not showing your accounts to the government. How they say that what you are showing, what profits you are showing? For example, you might invite someone to be a partner of your firm. Okay, you want to invite someone, your friend, your relative or someone else, if you want to invite them to be a partners of your firm, only if you are registered partnership firm, people may come forward, because you are registered, your books of accounts are shown to the government, you are paying regular taxes and you are doing a legal business. If you don't register, your firm is not a registered firm, then what happened? The public may not believe in your business because you are not showing your accounts to the government and not to the public. Then they don't believe and they don't want to be a partners of your particular partnership firm. So there you may suffer to collect the partners for your partnership firm. Then last, no transfer of interest. No transfer of interest in the sense, if you are a partner, that partnership cannot be given to anyone directly. Only in major cases, as we have seen in a minority, he can be admitted only with the consent of all. That is not a right of a son. Is it clear? See, what I said is, if father expires, his son can be admitted as a partner only with the consent of all. If any one partner says, no, I don't agree that his particular son has to be admitted as a partner, then he cannot be admitted. That is not a right. Is it clear? He don't have any right. Only if all the people have concern. If all the people, for example, A, B, C, 3 partners are there. So A expired, B and C are very concerned about A's family. They can take son of A, they can admit son of A as a partner if the only B and C agrees. If C does not agree, that C don't want to take any minor partner, then he cannot be admitted. Is it clear? Just they'll close, they dissolve the firm, dissolution happens, and what they has to pay, they'll pay to their family. That's it. Only if B, C agrees, this minor can become a partner. You don't have any right that father was a partner, now father is expired, so son can be partner. No, it is not. If it is like that, then we say transfer of interest. Is that clear? But in partnership, there is no transfer of interest. For example, I am a partner, now I want to quit. I want to transfer this to my friend. No, it is not possible. I was a partner. Now I want to transfer this interest to my son. I don't want you a partner. On behalf of me, my son will be a partner. On behalf of me, my friend will be a partner. My relative will be a partner. In that way, you cannot transfer your interest. Is it clear? This point will be studying under joint stock company, because that we have there. Transfer of interest can be, it can be there in joint stock company, but in partnership firms, there is no transfer of interest. Only the minor, that is if it or he is a son or daughter, it can be. So if other partners agrees, then the minor can be joined, but it is not a right. It is only the consent of the other partners on the particular partner. Clear? So these are the merits and demerits of your partnership firm. Go with the notes. If you have some extra points, I hope with this explanation you will be able to understand all those points. As usual, if you don't understand, you can just feel free to call me. Okay, but try to understand that these merits and demerits along with the features you have to know, because to select a particular form of organization, when you are going to select the right one, when you are able to weigh everything in a right way. See, for example, if you want to start a firm, if you want to start a business and you don't know which type of ownership you want, whether I have to do it on a sole basis or if you want to have partners or not, how are you going to weigh the difference? If you know the features, merits and demerits. Hence, it is very essential to understand everything. I hope you'll go with the notes and try to understand. Till we meet in our next class, take care. Bye-bye.